Hello, this is Andre, um, giving a short explanation of what happened in Bamiju last week. The actual funeral took place on Tuesday, March 24th in Bamiju in the West Province of Cameroon. It was a big ceremony. Many people attended this event, particularly the ambassador, the U.S. ambassador to Cameroon, the Peace Corps country director, and two high-ranking officials of the Peace Corps administration, particularly David Tiomaju, who is the Peace Corps training director, and Gabi Quentiu, the APCD in charge of education in Yaoundé. So we arrived in Bamiju at around 10 in the morning on Tuesday, March 24th, and the ceremony took, I think, I would say in three steps. Ceremony was in three steps. First of all, there was a meeting between the ambassador, the Peace Corps director, and the chief of Bamiju, His Majesty Sokuju. The meeting took about 30 minutes, where they discussed politics, culture, the economy, the election of Barack Obama. Then we left the palace and moved into the yard where all the ceremony took place. The first step in the ceremony was people going to John's picture to pay the homage. Then there were speeches. The U.S. ambassador to Cameroon had a speech. The Peace Corps country director had his speech too. The mayor of Bamiju, many top-ranking officials of the administration in Bamiju had speeches. Then the chief had his speech. All of them in these speeches talked about John's dedication and love for Africa, and particularly for Bamiju. Several times the school, the École Primaire Africaine Bilingue, was mentioned, and his work when it was being built, and the support that he brought to it throughout his lifetime. Then there were traditional dances, a lot of them. You're gonna see a few pictures, and when I have some time, I'm gonna post those short videos that I have onto YouTube. The last ceremony was, I think, the biggest surprise that everybody who attended this ceremony saw. Basically, the chief of Bamiju offered John Granville a piece of land somewhere in Bamiju. It's on top of a mountain where he has a memorial, a monument in his name, and this monument was inaugurated by the ambassador, the American ambassador to Cameroon, and the pictures show a huge amount of people at the site of the ceremony. So I'm going to go through each picture one by one now, and hopefully you're going to enjoy them. Thank you. This is the entrance to the chefferie of Bamiju. It is a slope with guards in traditional brown and yellow security outfit. They are each holding a spear. Behind them you can see traditional Bamileke fabric on the line. Generally we have this when there's a traditional funeral going on. It represents majesty and a certain rank in society. Not everyone has this type of fabric. At the top of the hill you can see two tall bamboo houses with thatched conic roof. This is a special feature. It typical feature of Bamileke tradition, and you find them at the entrance of most chefferies and compounds of important people in the community. This is a close look at those bamboo houses. They have sculptured poles, and the ceiling made of bamboos too are generally made to dry peanuts and corn and other agricultural products that are ripped. The next set of pictures, Bamileke roofs. That's how houses in the Bamileke culture look. You find these conic roofs in compounds of important people in the tradition, and each conic roof is the representation of one wife. So if you find 10, that means the person has 10 wives, and 20, that means they have 20 women, and the chief has in the hundreds. You see this type of conic roof almost all over in Bamingju, and particularly in the cheffery. As you can see here, this is the hill going out of the cheffery, and right there I think we can see at least 10 of them. So this is the yard, and that's where the ceremony is going to take place. As soon as we arrived in Bamingju, we had a meeting with the chef. That's the chef sitting in the back there with the ambassador. We discussed the economy, John's legacy, John's work here, and why he's organizing this funeral. Right after this meeting, we moved back into the yard where all the ceremony was to take place. And here you can see the mayor of Bamingju talking to the ambassador, and behind the ambassador is the director, the Peace Corps director, and the young boy named John Granville in front of the Peace Corps director. Here is a close look. So the young boy is John Granville. I think he's the chief's son, and he gave him that name. Here are traditional dance groups and more conic roofs. This is in the place where the ceremony is going to take place. These are people coming. 19 volunteers from the West Province attended this event. This is John's picture, where people came and paid their homage. More people coming to sit. Close look at John's picture here. That's the chief of Bamingju under the umbrella, with the chief of Bamika and the chief of Bangam. And this is Etienne. Etienne plays a special role in these types of event. And this is him again with a weapon. And this is the chief beginning the traditional dances. This is after all the speeches have been made. And this is the group of dancers who are of John's title. More traditional groups, more traditional dance group, and a lot of conic roofs that you can see from here. After the dances, we visited the museum, and this is the entrance to the museum. I'm just going to let you watch these artifacts of Bamingju culture, of Bamingju and Bamileke culture. The biggest event took place after the cheffery. This is me and Etienne, and that's me and the chief of Bamingju. As I was saying, the biggest event took place after this ceremony. We drove about 15 minutes to one of the neighborhoods in Bamingju, where the chief had made a memorial, a monument in John's name. As you can see here, the first picture was that, and this is the chief going to open the memorial or to present it to the ambassador, and the ambassador cut the ribbon. There were lots of traditional dances here. Here are some of the elite of Bamingju taking a picture with the ambassador. These are guards guarding John's monument, and I would like it's on top of a big hill, and the hill is John's property, and it could be used for various things, whether it's building a school or building a training center or a museum, whatever it is. But this is John's possession. This is the chief of Bamandrew again, and you can see the crowd that attended